In this video, we are going to do number 20. So it says, write each statement as a conditional. Number 20 says a number that is divisible by 6 is divisible by 3. So I pulled up example 1, because example 1 in the book says to write a conditional statement. So just like in example 1 here, they give us, you can register to vote if you're at least 18 years old. So really you need to first identify the hypothesis, which the if kind of gives it away. And so it says if you're at least 18, and then your conclusion here is then you can register to vote. So conclusion, in this case, came first, but don't let that throw you off. So you have your hypothesis and your conclusion, and so you were able to put that together with an if and a then. So if you are at least 18 years old, then you may register to vote. So let's do that with number 20. Let's figure out what the hypothesis is, and they denote a lot of times the hypothesis with P. So a number that is divisible by 6 is divisible by 3. And then we'll have our conclusion Q. Okay. And sometimes it's easy to start off by thinking if. So if I say if a number that is divisible by 6, then is divisible by 3. So just by starting off by trying to insert the words in there sometimes makes it easier. So that did help in this case. So if a number is divisible by 6, so the hypothesis is a number is divisible by 6. And then our conclusion is it is divisible by 3. And notice too that a lot of times it's easy to start off with the conclusion as kind of like what ends up happening. So you could ask yourself at the conclusion, what is happening? Well, it's also divisible by 3. So that's how we know another way that our conclusion is that it is divisible by 3. So now we just need to add our if and our then to turn this into a conditional. So we'll have if, and then we'll have then. Having fun with the colors here to help us out when we're writing our answer. So I'm gonna, okay. So now let's insert our hypothesis. If a number is divisible by 6, then it is divisible by 3. And that is our conditional. Right? And we can double check for number 20. It says write it as a conditional. We identified the hypothesis, which is denoted by P. And our conclusion, always think back to okay, well, what ends up happening? Then we know it's divisible by 3. So we identified those, and then we wrote our statement saying if, and then the hypothesis, and then the conclusion. So therefore we have our conditional, and that is our answer.